friends, this is Dina with Forever Free with EFT. And a question I sometimes get is, what do you do or how do you tap when you're just so triggered you can barely speak? It's taking over every ounce of energy that you have. And that's easy to do when we know the technique. All we really have to do is be present, notice what we notice, and just tap without words, because our Father knows what we're thinking. He knows what's in our heart. He knows our emotional state. He completely understands everything that we're going through and how triggered we are. And He understands things we don't even understand about our own trigger and how we're feeling in that moment. We can be at a 10 and He fully gets it and He fully understands it. And He has all the answers that He will reveal to us in His time. So say I was just triggered beyond triggered. Now I am going to use a few words, but I'm going to try to keep it to a minimum because we don't always need to tap with words. And so we don't even have to do our setup because we're so triggered. Right? The intensity is like I am off the charts, and we just tap and we breathe. So I'm doing this stating that I'm at a 10. I'm so triggered I can't even think about what I'm triggered about. And I want to notice what I notice. I've gone from a 10 to an 8. I'm noticing the feelings and the thoughts, and I'm just tapping and I'm breathing. And I might be at a 6. Or I might still be up at that 8. And I just keep noticing what I can notice. And I keep tapping and I keep breathing. Maybe I'm at the point where I could pray in my head, Father, I'm so triggered. What is this all about? I don't understand. I feel it throughout my whole body. All my body feels it. I'm tingling everywhere. Or maybe I'm numb inside and everywhere. I can barely think. I can barely feel. Tell me what is going on with me. I feel crazed and crazy. The sensation is almost unbearable. I need you to take this from me right now. I offer up all I think and all I feel, every emotion that I can't even name. It's so intense. It's all so intense. What do I do with this intensity? Feeling this triggered, it's truly insane. I'm going to trust that you know what's going on when I have no words for it. I'm going to trust that you're going to wrap me in your protection, in your safety. You are my refuge. I'm going to trust that your protection is more than I can think or imagine in this moment. I'm going to run to you in my mind. I'm going to hide under your shelter. Hopefully I'm down to a 6 by now, but it's okay if I'm not. I'm going to just keep going. I'm going to feel what I feel. I'm going to notice what I can notice. And as I can bring words, I will just speak them, whatever they are. The sounds were too much. The emotions were too much. Maybe it was that smell or that song or that vision that just popped into my head out of nowhere. Where did that come from? I didn't want to be thinking about that. I didn't want to be triggered in this way. Not that anyone ever does. I wasn't ready. It completely blindsided me. But I'm going to accept your comfort. I'm going to accept that you care about me when I can't even understand it. I'm just going to let go of it all. Feel what I feel and notice what I notice. It was very overwhelming. I don't know if I'm going to ever have words to describe it, but maybe you'll bring them to me, Father. Maybe when I'm ready, and maybe I'm not ready right now, and I'm going to accept that I'm not ready. I'm going to trust and accept that you will tell me and you will show me when I'm ready. But maybe that's not now. But I can be okay right now. I can calm myself in this moment. I can allow you to calm me in this moment. I can allow you to bring that peace and that serenity that I need in this moment. And I thank you that you are greater than my highest trigger, my greatest chaotic emotion. You are greater and you are more. And I thank you. And I lay down what I don't even know to lay down. I give to you what I don't even know to give, what I might not even feel like I have to give, but I will verbally give it to you. And that's all I can do. I can only offer this verbal response right now, but you accept it. You take it. You take whatever offering I can bring to you. There's nothing too small, nothing too big for you. Nothing ever is by surprise to you, even though it was by complete surprise to me. Take it all now from me, Father. I don't need it. I don't want it. I can't carry it. It's way too big and it's such a huge burden. It's so heavy. It's weighing heavy on my chest. It's weighing heavy in my head and my mind. I can't even barely feel emotions because it's so weighty. But I give it to you. And I accept that you will take it from me. I'm learning to trust you. I'm learning to accept your peace and calm in my life. I'm learning to accept that you have good for me when I feel overwhelmed by everything and everyone, including myself, when I don't feel safe and calm, and I don't know how to feel safe and calm. I accept that you're with me. I'm learning to accept that you're with me. It's really, really, really hard. But I want to acknowledge that you are. So take this time. Take this offering from me, Father. I thank you. You are amazing. I want to learn how to believe that you are good and that you have good for me. I want to learn to believe that you are good and you have good for me. You may need to work through that one several times, and that's okay. Just keep tapping, notice what you notice, feel what you feel, And as words come, just say them. Say whatever they are. Just put it out there. He takes our offering. He takes whatever we can bring him. He'll decipher all through it. He doesn't need it to make sense because he is the God of order that will make sense of it. He is the author of everything that we're thinking and feeling and doing, and that's happening all around us, and we're not going to let the enemy have control. And that's it. Maybe we need to tap. I'm not going to let the enemy have control. And if that's all that we can tap when we're highly triggered, I'm not going to let the enemy have control. I'm not going to let the enemy have control. The enemy will not have control over me, over my body, soul, and spirit. The enemy will not. No victory for that enemy. The enemy will not have the victory or control. The enemy will not have the victory or control. The enemy will not have the victory or control over me or my family or any situation that I'm in. The enemy will not have the victory or control. Try it, practice it, and see if you find yourself forever free.